Hello again. Today I am reviewing LEGO Idea Set 21341, Disney's Hocus Pocus, the Sanderson Sisters Cottage. This set contains 2,316 pieces and comes with an instruction booklet containing 261 pages. This set was released July 2023 and retailed for £199.99. The minifigures included are Winifred Sanderson and Sarah Sanderson, Mary Sanderson and Max Dennison, Danny Dennison and Alison Watts. What's impressive is that all 6 minifigures have front and back printing, along with alternative face prints. Danny is the only one lacking leg printing, but she compensates with an additional dress piece and a dual moulded hairpiece. The set is filled with an array of accessories, the most notable being a moulded black cat representing Thackeray Binks, 2 lightning effect pieces, a potion bottle, and a cauldron-sized stirring spoon. The build starts with a rustic gate and a couple of wall sections lined with iron railings. The spooky decorations include a ropey tree and a trio of headstones hint at the witch's dilapidated property. The cleverly designed fence also doubles as an attractive display stand, accommodating all 6 minifigures and the cat, offering the option to showcase the characters separately. The main part of this build is the witch's intricately detailed cottage. The exterior features wooden panelling, unkept creeping vines, a pair of stocks and pumpkins, setting the perfect Halloween ambience. The highlight is an old-fashioned water wheel which, when turned, activates a play feature. Purple-pink clouds, an element most commonly seen in the Monkey Kid line, rise and fall, simulating billowing magic smoke, implying that the witches are brewing a wicked potion inside. Opening up the back of the property reveals the cottage's interior. A push of a button ignites a light brick, causing the coals under the witch's cauldron to glow, and the chandelier adds an old-timey touch. Since this is the 90s rendition of the cottage, when it was turned into a tourist attraction, there is the infamous black candle on display. A velvet rope and information plaques surround the exhibits. Turning the cottage clockwise to a hole in the wall, we can see a display cabinet containing one of the most recognisable accessories in the film, Winifred's spellbook, which she affectionately just calls Book. Tucked away in the corner to the right, there is a cash register and what looks to be a small hidden gift shop selling postcards. The side of the wall does have a pair of connector ports at the top and the bottom, but we will get to them a little bit later. The roof, weathered and patchy, lifts to reveal the top floor and apex of the cottage. 2 cages hang down with skeletal occupants, and the witch's triple bed with a tri-coloured duvet adds a comical touch. One of my favourite inclusions on this floor is the cleaner's supply area, referencing near the end of the film, when Winifred takes the Oni broom, Sarah chooses the mop, and Mary is forced to use a vacuum cleaner to take to the skies. At this point, I must note my highest praise for the vacuum cleaner. Not only is it one of my favourite builds in the entire set, and uses the whip element for an electrical cord and a hockey stick for a handle, but it was my favourite part of the movie. The last part of the build is a small extension, complete with another Halloween-inspired pumpkin patch and vine-covered walls. Inside, you'll find a fireplace, a nice hourglass, and a chair where the witches force the children to sit and drink their life-robbing potion. There are also some connector pins that connect to the connector ports I mentioned a little bit earlier, and when slotted into place, the Sanderson Sisters Cottage is complete, and overall simply looks fantastic. My final thoughts on this set are, it is a very strong set, even if you don't like or have never seen the Hocus Pocus film. The minifigures are just amazing, especially the 3 witches. The level of detail on the torso and dress pieces are first rate, and Winifred and Mary's hair sculpts are just flawless. The set does fall into the realm of a modular, which is my favourite type of set to build, and although the building techniques were quite standard, I was never bored, and the set did not feel repetitive at any time. I love when a set has no ugly side, and no matter what angle you choose to look at it, you can't deny it is very eye-pleasing. People with LEGO cities will more than likely be inspired to relocate the Sanderson Sisters Cottage to the outskirts of their own city, especially if they have a haunted or medieval themed area. One thing I really do like is the fact you can easily convert the building onto a base plate, or even Mills plate if you wish, and LEGO have already given you the blueprint of how best to display it, as it would be very simple to make additional wall sections to enclose it. There is, however, one issue that does steal the set of a bit of its magic though, and that is the lack of accessibility. Yes, it does have 3 ports of entry, and this does do a very good job, but like I said earlier about the gift shop, it is hidden, and parts are only visible when you peer through the ground level window. In fact, there are several little areas that are heavily detailed, and unless you build the set yourself, any casual onlooker would more than likely miss quite a few of these decorative nooks and crannies. A dollhouse style opening design might have addressed this, but the designers likely had good reasons not to go down that route. One last improvement I would like to voice is the lack of minifigure placement. I really wish LEGO had done something akin to the Sanctum Sanctorum and allowed for numerous places to position the witches on clear stands, so the Sanderson sisters could have freely hovered above the cottage on their flying contraptions. At the £199 price point, the value may seem a bit expensive, especially when compared to the medieval blacksmith set, which had 152 fewer pieces but was a whopping £40 cheaper. However, considering the Hollywood licensing tax for this set, it is sort of understandable. Anyway, that's it for the review. Now it's time for the magical money shots.